Alright, first race of the day. Take some vitamins. So I don't usually run this car. I just bought this and geared it for stupid speed. So curious how it's gonna do. It's not gonna turn worth a flip, but it should be fast on the straight. And this track is mostly straight. So we'll just see what it does. I just gotta be ready for a spin out. Got no wing on it, so it's gonna be pretty sketchy at high speed. Dodging cars is probably gonna be the biggest challenge. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just getting started, you're just in time. I usually start real early in the morning, but I thought, well, it's the weekend, I'll start at noon and go from there. So we'll be playing some Forza today, probably some Battlefield. Oh Lord, it put me up front. That's unusual. Just trying to survive the first couple corners. Oh, Jesus. The brakes are not good. Wow, I got a 4-second penalty? Jesus, I've never got one that high before. One bump that didn't even send him off the track. That's pretty crazy, huh? Crash control in third. Okay. I get getting hit on a corner and stuff, you know, stuff happens, but you're in a straightaway and somebody hits you, it's like, what are you doing, man? Look how fast this thing is. We're in 7th place. Absolutely walking these dudes. It's 240. If I touch the wheel, it's going to spin out though. Whew. Sketchy. Oh no. I knew it was going to be sketchy, I just didn't know how sketchy. Problem is, there's bumps on these corners. Trying to dodge this guy, it's taking a weird angle. It tells me to take a weird angle. Yeah, traction control up to 80 miles an hour. It's pretty crazy. Come on, why? Can you not drive without hitting my car, man? Bro, it's a straightaway. How are you hitting me in a damn straightaway? Go around. Fucking monkey. Somehow I got a penalty for that. It's clear as day he's hit me from behind on a straightaway. Plenty of room on both sides. We're just gonna have a lot of penalties on this race. Oh Lord, I've never had so many penalties. Car actually turns pretty good, it just does no rear grip. Hey, what's up, Dora? Good morning. Or almost afternoon here. Actually, it technically just turned afternoon. 12:03.
Fuck are you both coming across the track like that for? What the fuck?
Check out the speed on this car.
Fucking don't know why you're both coming across the track from one side to the other like that though. Fucking doing 231 mile an hour and you fucking come across the track.
I cannot get a clean race today, huh? Yeah, I wasn't feeling too good yesterday. Stayed in bed. Just couldn't find joy in anything, you know? Just one of them days. Games weren't fun, TV wasn't fun, internet wasn't fun, so I just decided to catch up on rest. Sleeping way too much. I finally could get some sleep, so I figured I better get it. Played a little bit of Dirty Bomb last night, maybe an hour or so, and then maybe an hour of Forza before bed last night. That's about it. Just needed a break. So I built this car yesterday. This is I think it's a 02 Corvette Z06. Tons of horsepower. Not much rear grip. It really needs a wing. It's like I'm turning the wheel, but nothing's happening. Kind of crazy. could have done really well, but this guy came across the track, the one in front of me, hit me at 240 miles an hour. You know, like, I had a Ferrari. I'm sure is way ahead now. He hit me from behind while I was in a straightaway. I'm like, both of these guys hit me in a straightaway. It's like, what are you doing? Can't go around? 230 or 40 miles an hour and getting hit from behind. This car just goes spinning. Kind of nutty. This is a little bit of a turn here, so it's easy to go off the road. Hey, we worked it out. Oh, the queue was so long last night. Auto join. Yeah, if you auto join and you still don't get in, that means somebody else was in queue as well, unfortunately. Yeah, you really got to get in that server before it gets full. Once it gets full, it stays full for quite a while. But sometimes I don't have to use the password to get in. I have to get some breakfast. I was watching him and just went off the road, same place he did. This thing spins all the way up to nearly 80 something miles an hour. It's worse than the Lola. I've got so many penalties. I'm surprised I didn't get booted off the track right at the beginning of the race, trying to dodge somebody, hit somebody else. Didn't even knock him off the track, and it gave me a 4-second penalty. Like, good lord, I've never seen one that big from one hit. Especially if it didn't send them off the road. Usually get like a second or something. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to get in there sometimes. Let's see. I was messing with the Lola brakes last night, and I may have got the car where it's not competitive anymore. I've lowered the brake pressure so much to keep it from, really trying to keep it from locking up the brakes while I'm in a tight corner at low speed, coming to a stop while you're in the corner. Because when it does lock them up, the car just wants to stop turning. I need to work on that today. And I softened up the rear anti-roll bar a little bit. Not sure that helped either. It seems like it's getting into traction control around corners a little bit at high speed. So may just need to roll back to the previous known good one. Not sure yet. Indianapolis infield, okay. golly, 40 seconds to tune. Jesus. Don't give me any time. That's crazy. I think we're going to turn ABS off. Braking ABS. Turn ABS off. Hey, what's up, Phoenix? Good morning. Hang on a second. Let me back out of this race. It only gave me 40 seconds to tune. I'm like, barely even changed car. So I'll skip that one. Hopefully this isn't a track I don't like. Coming up. Sunset Peninsula. God, I hate this one. At night and reverse. I'm not racing that track. That's a dog shit track. It's at night. You can't see the road. And it's a fucking weird layout. Shit. I gotta wait 13 minutes for the next race. That's crazy. Shit. That didn't work out. Should have stayed in that race. Maybe I'll just host one. That way I can tune the car. Not have to wait 13 minutes for the next race. Cause I just do not want to be on that track. I played it last night and it's so terrible. Create event. Alright, you can join on me. Load event set up. Practice time. Brands Hatch. Did you see the Squid Games? I've heard of the show, but what are you talking about? Sunrise. Oh, final season. Yeah, so I watched a little bit of the first season. I thought it was interesting, but that's all I've seen of it. Tires only. Just making sure I got everything set right. I think so. It looks okay. You can join in right now, Joey. You don't need an invite to join me. You can just join on my name. I'm just now starting the lobby, so it should be available now. This is a private but open, you know what I mean? No password. It's just a lobby I'm hosting. Got in? Okay, good. Yeah, no problem. I'll go ahead and send invites out because there's probably some people that don't know that I'm online right now and they might want to race too. Usually my first race or two of the day I don't invite anybody because I'm trying to determine, do I want to keep playing or, you know what I mean, am I into it or not? Because sometimes I start a game and I start playing and I'm like, I want to play something different. But kind of in the mood to race, so we'll do it. There's some more people coming in. There's Sin. Damper will be joining a few. Be home soon. Alright, cool. Sounds good, Damper. Hadn't raced with you in a minute. That'll be nice. Yeah, a couple people coming now. I just invited a bunch. Yeah, if you got some friends you want to join us, just now would be the time. We'll build this lobby up, and then we won't really have much need to go to the regular multiplayer if we get enough people in here. I turned off ABS. I'm gonna set these brakes up. I was having so much trouble with the APS just being way too intrusive coming to a stop. Kept ABS kept jamming the brakes, pulsing them on, trying to turn it a low speed turn, making it push low speed. I hear myself. Is it gonna load? I reset my shader cache on the AMD video card yesterday. I'm trying to get rid of all this micro stuttering I've been having. I've got cold tires and it's not locking up in the corners yet. This is the worst track for it's really bad about keeping the tires cold. It was brakes to the floor with cold tires and it didn't lock up, so I might even be able to increase the brake pressure a little bit. Seemed like no amount of brake pressure reduction helped with ABS. It just always thinks it needs to chirp the tires in a low speed tight corner. It's crazy. Yeah, I need to eat some breakfast. I forgot to make something. There's 4 of us here already. Oh, that's Mark. Okay, cool. Get my mic unmuted in a minute here. Sensing rocking the Camaro. Sin's got the Monaco. Double Monacos. That must be a good car for this track. Usually if you see multiples of the same car, it's a known good one for the track. Which makes sense. It's got no roofs. Real low to the ground. Center of gravity. Should turn well. When I first met this track, it was one of the most difficult ones because I could not keep heat in the tires for some reason. Wasn't turning sharp enough or something. Not scrubbing the fronts, so it was never getting heat in them. Just always sliding around. Hello, everybody. Hey, Lion. Welcome. We're just doing 5 laps, so the next race will be in just a few minutes.
Oh shit, my bad, man. I was
You're
about to get
fine.
behind you. Here, go around me, bro.
Nah, that's fine, dude.
That's my fault, bro.
It didn't hurt anything. It's really just a warm-up for me. I changed my brakes last night and I turned off ABS because it's caused me a lot of headaches in the tight low-speed corners where it kept pulsing the brakes and it's making me push really bad. Hey, Line. Got a few coming. Okay, excellent, yeah. The more the merrier. Just please to explain to them, you know, that we try not to touch each other's cars whenever possible. You know, sometimes it can't be helped, but you know what I mean. If they don't already know. I think some of your guys have raced with us before, some of the, and we didn't have any problem with them, so I'm sure they already race good. Steering wheel doesn't want to shift. Fanatic has a video on how to fix this steering wheel problem, the shifting problem I'm having. It did help, but it's not fixed. Still having problems. They're not shifting sometimes. We're on lap 3 of 5, so we'll be done in just a second there. Oh, okay. Yeah, if they race with us, they know the deal. Like I said, I didn't have any problem with your guys. They are fast and clean. I mean, what more can you ask for? And there's Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. Good afternoon. We're on lap 4 of 5 on Brands Hatch, so we're almost done here. You guys should be able to join in the next one, I would imagine. Mark is whipping us. Oh no, Sin's rolling. No shit. Call the ambulance. Welcome, Dooming. We're on the last lap, so we'll be heading to the next track in the alphabetical list in just a second. Good run, Mark. Yeah, good little warm-up. ABS. Thor ABS is anti-lock brake system. It's computer-controlled brake system. So what it does is it detects when the tires lock up from over braking, and what it does is it pulses the brakes. So it goes like that, but very rapidly. And it's really ideal for somebody that doesn't know how to brake properly. So they put it on every mom and pop car, right, in the US these days. That way, if they get in a situation where they panic and they slam on the brakes, instead of the
Man, my
front
dad's
tires locking up and
finished, bro.
sliding,
I
it'll
wrecked out real bad, bro.
it'll pulse the brakes and stop them quicker and keep them from skidding off the road. It's more helpful like on a daily driver in the rain when you're coming in a high speed situation and somebody pulls in front of you. You just hit the brakes and it does all the work for you. But in a race car, sometimes it can be disadvantageous because it'll pulse the brakes sometimes when it doesn't need to. You'd be better off modulating it with your own with your foot if you're good at it. Wrecked bad early on. Car somersault. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Sin. I think Sin had the same problem. He got off the edge and it rolled. It got kind of crazy. Yeah, there's Striker. What's up, buddy? All right. It's gonna go to. I'll set up the next track in about 30 seconds. It's got this little timer between races. Yeah. Welcome, spare change. Looks like I need to adjust my camera. What's going on here? The chroma key's acting crazy. It depends on the background. Odd that it's doing that. So I don't have that problem unless it's got a lot of light, not enough light. I got a little too much glare on my forehead. A little too shiny. I'll be right back, just getting some breakfast. Alright, 10 of us. I'm ready. Whoops. Oh, shoot, guys. I'm sorry. I messed up. I didn't set the race. Hang on just a second. I'll get us to the next track. We already did this track. May have to do it again. I'm not sure. If it'll let me back out. Right now it won't. Forgot to pick the next track. Be nice if you could just set a rotation and automatically go from one to another. Yeah. Yeah, we could run it. Most people weren't here for the first race anyway. Not a big deal, either way. Storming outside. Yeah, these are really short races. Whoa. Somebody spun out already. A little wide. Whoa. Get me off there.
Damn, Doomy. Man, damn, Doomy. So you bullying your way to the front, right? I'm glad I know that next race. Just keep bullying our way past people, so we can do that next race. No problem. Park to the side right here. No more, big dog. Because you know when you went around that fucking curve earlier, you know you ran me off the road, right? And you knew it was gonna happen when you did it. You know that, right?
You mean that corner where you turned in on me and I hadn't know where to go? Like, you want to cry, I'll pull over. I don't care about what you do.
Yeah, I heard his response. He said that he didn't have anywhere to go, but all we can do is try to do better. Yeah, well, maybe we'll just have a cleaner race on the next one. Some of these guys drive different than me. Like, they'll see the tiniest crack of room and they'll go for it. I don't do that, personally. But, you know, there's a reason that those guys get up to the top. They're very aggressive. In the smallest opening, they'll go for it. Which is, you know, what a real race car driver does, to get in front. But it can be dangerous when not everybody's on the same sheet of music and know what they're doing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, 129 and about a 130 basically. Definitely could be better. Hey, Gotcha. Good afternoon. What are you up to today, Gotcha? Figure the Dirty Bomb will probably get populated sometime during the day, so it'd be in the weekend. Nobody on there right now, though. Taking it easy. Me too, man. Yesterday I didn't hardly even play games. I just was not in the mood to do anything. Just felt sleepy and thought, well, good opportunity to catch up on a week's worth of sleep that I lost, you know. It was kind of chilled yesterday, but I'm gonna game some today and be more social. Just wasn't up to it yesterday. Alright, I'll switch to track this time. It's eggs and potato and sausage, a little bit of cheese, and a little bit of spice added on top. Alright, looks like it's going to be Cataluna Grand Prix. Hopefully the Grand Prix is the right one. I think it is. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, it's pretty good. May have gotten it a touch salty, but the spice I use has I use it on everything, but it does have a little too much salt in it. I need to find a brand that's as hot as this or hotter, so I don't have to use as much if it has salt in it, or get something without all the sodium. Thor, when are you gonna get the get this game? Or a set of Forza Evo. I'll be playing it a lot once it goes to multiplayer too. I really didn't have much trouble with the tires locking up. I've got the ABS and the brake pressure turned way down. 72%. Practice here. Now I set the time between races to 5 minutes, so if you really need the 10 minutes, because that's the next step, I can't make it 6 or 7, it's 5 or 10. To me, 10's too long, but if you're trying to tune a car or something, you might need a 10. Well, just let me know if a bunch of people want that. We'll change it to that setting, I suppose. I'd just rather not. We don't need it. What better way to learn to drive than in the virtual world? You don't have to buy gas or insurance or worry about crashing and repairs. That's how I look at it. Besides, you don't have to get a wheel to play it. It's easier on a controller, in my opinion. Whoop. is a fun track. Got enough straightaway. It's got some flows good. I think I need more brake pressure. It's not locking up and it's not stopping fast enough, so let's give it a little more pressure. Hey Ryan, welcome.
What's going on, man?
Not much, just kind of getting started for the day.
Yeah, I feel that, brother.
Doing a private hosted lobby, I should say. It's not really private, it's open. So
Oh, okay.
invite your
Yeah, a lot
buddies
of
if you want
reviews
to.
in
Yeah. We're only on the second track, so you hadn't missed anything. Just Brands Hatch. This is Cataluna, though. Yeah. It'd be cool if you got a wheel. Get one of these racing game store. I think you'd like it. It's something so different than just first person shooters all the time, you know. Of course you play Dota and some other stuff, so you already have that outlet for something other than first person, so I like first person shooters and RPGs like Rust. Welcome Rainbow Trout. You might make the race if you already got a car selected. I'm not sure. It's actually loading the race right now. Gotta figure out these brakes. A little wide. I'm adjusting my brakes today, so I'll be braking a little early probably. Had to go inside so I wouldn't hit you. I braked at my normal braking spot and it did not work.
Intense up here at the top.
I think I need a little more brake pressure. It's not locking them up and it's not slowing down fast enough, so just testing without ABS today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just having so much trouble with this car and with ABS when I come to those stops where it's a tight little corner and the ABS starts pumping and then the car just pushes like crazy. Ugh. I'm going off.
Oh, I went too wide. Fuck.
Shifter not working. Yeah, I'm having to shift 2 or 3 times to get the gear I want. Slowing me down quite a bit.
Can't park there, man.
I won't downshift, so I can't slow down. It's a pain in the neck, this wheel lately.
Thing looked like you had skulls on the back of the brake lights on the back there from my point of view. Melon?
Skulls.
Yeah.
The left side is a U.S. Army.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't think there's anything on the right side though. It's got a U.S. flag and a Gadsden flag. I try to dodge it. Got too wide.
Then I try to give you some space too.
Yeah, I think we're both trying. It's just can be tricky sometimes. Good race, guys.
Good race.
Sir.
Still managed to lose 2 positions. It's okay.
That's funny, Thor.
Dude, freaking last night, Melon, I was skateboarding down my cul-de-sac with like the neighbors and stuff, just being all drunk and whatnot. And I tried to kind of slide out and do a power slide to like slow down my momentum, not realizing how hot the surface of the cul-de-sac was, and I slid right out from underneath my ass, fell straight on my ass, caught myself on my wrist and my elbow, and now my wrist is fucking sore as shit, bro. And like when I fell, I didn't even feel like I fell on my ass. I fell on like the part where like meets my like tailbone, like where it meets my ass.
Oh, that's
and
the
my
worst.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't good.
I'm feeling it today.
Yeah, I was in the backyard. I guess it was yesterday or the day before, and couldn't even stand on this. We got a little paved sidewalk in the back that used to go to a pool that's not there. And sometimes I walk that path, and man, it was so hot. You couldn't even, like barefooted, you couldn't do it. Even the cat ran for the shade when it got on that path. It's just getting that time of year.
So they got the 24 hours of spa going on right now.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube for free on GT World.
GT World? Huh.
That's their YouTube channel, GT World. Looks like McLaren's still leading. They're 20 hours in, or 4 hours into the race, so it's like got 20 hours left.
Man. It's a long time to be at a racetrack.
Fuck yeah. Shit's insane, bro.
Alright, we're heading to Spa now. tune on these brakes. Their braking distance from 100 was terrible. Alright, a little practice. Cold tires, way more brake pressure. Let's see if it locks up. See, it was right on the edge.
Ooh, my wrist hurts so bad, dude. Fuck. Take me some pain pills.
Yeah, that might take the edge off anyway.
Yeah, no, I would. That would be nice, but I'll just smoke some weed probably. Relax. Maybe take a hot bath later.
Weed's a funny thing for me. It would sometimes I used it. It was kind of like an amplifier. If you have a good mood and you smoke weed,
sure.
the mood's better. But
Makes
a bad
it better,
mood
for
could make it worse.
Yeah, see, I don't like smoking weed when I'm like not feeling good about life.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to be that way when I was younger. I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck the world, I'm just gonna smoke weed. But now it's like, nah, I should probably deal with this, and then when I get over it, then celebrate smoking weed or whatever.
Yeah, I just found it to be an amplifier. Sometimes even with pain, sometimes it did not. It would do the opposite, make it worse.
Make you think about it even more or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of amplified it, like a toothache or something. Sometimes it could be worse. That's just what I found. That stuff affects people differently. Probably depends on the strain and everything else.
Yeah, I think in moderation, it's always you know good medicinally.
I think
You're
everything.
not just like
That's the
sitting around
key.
smoking all day. True. No, yeah.
Everything in
Balance
moderation
is
is
the
better.
biggest wave.
Yeah, because you can smoke so much that it's not really doing much anymore. Just wasting your weed at that point.
Yo,
What's up,
So,
man?
Phoenix. Dude, I'm literally watching them race Spa right now while we're about to race Spa. How that shit does.
Pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, man. One of the best tracks ever.
Yeah, it's a cool track. That uphill always gets me in the Lola. She's a little bit wobbly through there.
Got 3 wide right here. Okay, 1 went back. Yeah, we're good.
I was trying to go straight, but I was getting pushed.
Gotta
Just
spin
straighten you
out.
back out. Need to commit more aggressively to that turn.
Oh, my bad for the lift up there. Oh, too
Got through there pretty good that time. went slow through there just to be safe. Hey, Sin. Understeering real bad. Maybe try softening up your front roll bar just a little bit, you know, like 5. Let the body roll a little bit, put a little more weight on the tire on the sides that's touching the most. Got the most weight on it. Shifter didn't work there. I'm gonna get past because I can't shift. Good pass, Fox. Last lap. A little bit wild through there. I usually get a lot of penalties on this track. It's just super hard to stay on the road.
Their car's faster than mine straightaways.
Yeah, I see we're playing yo-yo. I get out and then you pull me in on the corners.
Yeah, this car's a fucking corner beast. I love this car. Oh, no, my bad. No, you're good, you're good.
We're good.
We got Mark on our ass up. Catch us. Catching me, bro. Alright. Oh, I got a penalty.
Good race, guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. GG, Doomings. Yeah, you got way out there. I had so many
220.
penalties. I lost 2 positions due to penalties. That's crazy. Every time I'd go up the hill, I'd come off the line if I tried to go too fast. Just could not keep it straight without the wing. Okay, Phoenix. Yeah, just hop in and out as you need. I'll set us up for the next one.
Yeah, I think I may have to take a little break. As much as I want to keep racing, my back fucking hurts.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
just
part of
hop
it's
in
from
whenever-
sitting down.
Yeah. Put a lot of pressure on it, probably.
Yeah, I'll probably be back on later, I'd imagine. Watch a little bit of this 24 hours of Spa.
Alright. We'll catch you later.
Alright, GG's.
GG's. Good racing. I might send out some more invites. Let me check my messages too, see if anybody's messaging. If anybody watching wants to race with our group, just send a friend request to melonpopper7067. Well, why didn't you just... The messages I get from haters is so fun. They really take this way too seriously. I've never messaged somebody after a race just to give them shit. But I get it all the time. They'll say like, why are you slow, or this or that. I'm like, who cares, man? Enjoy your game. They care so much they have to send me a message. Let's see.
The only message I ever send is calling somebody a clown if they ram me off the road or take themselves out or some shit like that.
Yeah. I had some guy last night, he bumped me in every single corner, just bumpity, bumpity, bump, just knocking me off the line in every corner. I'm like, alright, why don't you just go around? So, he finally comes around me, So I checked him. I was like, he won't mind. He's been bouncing me all race long. He got so mad. I'm like, what are you
Oh,
upset
yeah,
about?
they're the best that do
You've
it all
been
race and
you've
can't take
been
it back.
you beat my car up in every single corner for 3 minutes. I let you around, and then you're like not any faster. So what was the big hurry? So I gave him a little hip check, and he got so mad. It's like, I mean, you get what you deserve.
Oh yeah, we're changing track.
Yes, good idea. Sometimes I forget. Thank you. Yeah, next one. Well, we got 2 speedways in a row. We could do Daytona, that's just high speed. Trioval. Eagle Rock actually has to have some skill to it. You can't go full throttle usually. Or we could skip those and just go to Grand Oak.
I don't mind Daytona, but it's got to be infield. I'm not a fan of ovals.
You can do the infield on the Daytona?
Don't know if it's that one or not. There is an infield Daytona on here.
Yeah, they call it the sports car circuit, I think. Yeah, we could do that one because it's got a little bit of the outfield and some infield. Might be a little more interesting than just doing a. Okay. Yeah, I got people in the chat saying the same thing. Infield would be good. All right, we'll do that. Let's see. How long is the? I don't know how long it takes to go around the track. I've just got it at 5 laps, so it'll be a short race.
I think it's 1 minute 40. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that'd be
Depends on
about
the
right.
car class. I think touring cars is around 140.
Yeah, that was last night, Thor. I was telling him some guy just kept like bumping me in every corner. So I was like, okay, maybe he's way faster or something, So let me get out of his way. But I was getting annoyed. I finally was like, dude, can you stop bumping me in every single corner? He's like, rubbing's racing. I'm like, this is more than rubbing. You're knocking me off the line to get around me instead of just coming around clean. And so I let him around and then found that he was actually no faster. He wasn't getting away from me at all. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him a little hip check in this next corner. I did. I bumped him off the line. It just lost his shit. I was like, okay, dude. Seems like you can dish it out, but you can't take it. Got like 4 minutes, Joe. Yeah, there's like 4 minutes before the practice ends, so actually 5 minutes before the race starts. So maybe should be able to get back in time, I would think, but we can delay it if we have to. Okay. Oh, the Wi-Fi message link. Yeah, it was like 2 in the morning, Thor, so I just was playing Dirty Bomb with the fellas, and then I was like, I want to do a little more racing before I go to bed, so. Loading up. Alright. Yeah, it's just like 2 minutes and 45 seconds before the practice ends, so we'll probably get in fine. Yeah. Do a little practice around here. The brakes feel a lot better without the ABS on. And I cranked the brake pressure way up, so not way up, but it was at like 70 something percent. And could not get the ABS to not get involved, so now we're at like 80 something percent without ABS, and it's actually way better. That's what it's all about. I gotta experiment. lowering that brake pressure from 80 something percent to 70 something percent kept it from getting in the ABS as much, but then the braking distance from 100 mile per hour and higher was terrible. It's like 20-30 feet more before it would come to a stop. So that's when I knew, it's like, this setting ain't gonna work. I was having to brake nearly 50 feet sooner than normal, so everybody's flying past me in the braking zone and taking the inside corner. So now we should be more competitive. Yeah, Phoenix made it. Plenty of time, dude. Plenty of time. Now they reset the shader cache on the AMD video card and it did not help. It's still got micro stutter, so it's just a game. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I played Dirty Bomb last night and was watching the micro stutter. It stayed at 0 unless the map was loading. So there's something that this game does that's causing hard drive activity in the background. Right. Crypto mining in the background, yeah. Seemed like it. Change the fifth gear ratio. It was set for like Le Mans maximum speed. So it was a heck of an overdrive, so should accelerate a little better in fifth. It won't be at such a low RPM. Sin got in. Maybe he'll be able to get to race too. Not sure if he made it in time or not. That breakfast got me sleepy. Oh no, it may be stuck, huh? It might pull you into the race, hopefully. Yeah, I find that the Forza menu system's pretty bad. It's bad. It's really bad on PC. I figured it was better on Xbox. Yeah. This will be a pretty short race. I think we said the laps are about 1:40 and there's only 5 of them, so. Chaparral. I forgot you were playing with that one. Thor here in the chat was asked me the other day to build one just to see what it was like, and yeah, that thing is crazy. The handling and acceleration was pretty good. Just could motor people on the long runs. I don't know what the game's doing. It's loading something. Yeah, I just did a quick and dirty tune on it. Probably could be a lot better, but it was a little too good. It says Phoenix left the group. That may have been why it's not loading. It may have been hung on you or something. It looks like everybody else is still here. Crashed. Yeah, that's why it was taking so long to load. It was waiting on you, I think.
My bad.
That's all right. Oh, what's up, Postal? How you doing?
Doing all right. Kind of forgot there was a chicane here.
Yeah, I've readjusted my brakes and I've turned off ABS, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to brake now. Probably braking way too soon on some of these corners. That's pretty ugly, but we'll take it. I see it. Yeah. There's always people gotta gaslight me and they're like, you're driving a Metacar. To me, a Metacar would be the one that you see getting first, second, and third place, or it's like 4 or 5 people using the same car. I don't know. I have seen the Lola get 1, 2, 3 before. Maybe one time, and I've done a lot of racing. Most of the time it's not up there at all, but every once in a while it is. So I don't really care what they say. Some cars are better than others on some tracks. There's some tracks I can't do anything with this car, and some it does real well. Ideally, you'd have a car for every track that works well. I'm just not that far along yet. GG. You gonna take a little break, Demings? Alright. I think the next one coming up is the Eagle Rock. I don't know if anybody likes that one. We might just skip it. Since we kind of just did a circle track. I know it was infield as well, but 146.3. Decent anyway. Good job, Lion, Striker, Doomings. All different cars. Let's see, I had a 146.3. So yeah, it should have been right in here, but Striker got it done with a 145, so he was just consistent. It's good. I wonder if Joey got the Xbox going. Alright, let's get the next track. Yeah, I think we'll go to Grand Oak instead. Grand joke. like Grand Oak. Oh, I think I got the wrong one. I'll change it. That's the club circuit. That's the short one. Bear with me just a second here. I think we want the national circuit is the whole race. Yeah, there we go. It'd be nice if they just let me, or I could select the tracks that we want to run and, you know, which version of them, and build a rotation and save that so it would just go through them automatically instead of having to, because after the race it loads the same track again and then I have to change it to a different track and the right circuit and all the laps. And it'd be nice if we had that all set up, you know, we could just save all the settings. No big deal, it just would be nice. Do a little practice. Old tires. If I can keep from making a lot of mistakes, I should be able to do pretty well on this track. A lot of high speed sections. good lap. 1:15.6. Yeah, that's a pretty good lap. Car's got it in there. I just got to be consistent. The tune-up's fine. I don't really feel anything I want to change. Got way too much fuel in it. Forgot to take the fuel out. It says it'll run a 1:16.8. We've already done a 1:15.9, so as usual, the calculator's off quite a bit. Lizzie, you should go with the soft tires and less fuel. Be a little faster, I believe. These are short races, so probably don't have to run the mediums unless you just want to. Hey, Postal. Yours says 1:17, you went on 1:15. Yeah, it's just off a little bit. I think it's just a suggestion. It's nice to have some kind of idea what you should be running, but I do try to go faster than what it suggests. Some tracks, it's like saying I need to be 4 seconds faster than what I can possibly do. I'm like, I don't know who can make that time. It ain't me. And other times it's too conservative, so just never know. Just an idea. Little sunrise race. Should be interesting. A good run off the corner. Got into the traction control pretty bad there. like I got the rear end of the car rotating a little too much. Getting into the traction control a little too much. It's starting to spin. Out of the rubber. Getting battered. Good race. Wow, I had some really bad laps. I did way better in practice. Practice was like some 115.2s and stuff like that. Damn, Lauren got a 112. That's crazy fast. Hmm. 2 p.m. Good race, dudes. Let's put us in the next one. Yeah, if we had our own rotation, it wouldn't load the same map again. It would just go to the next one at this point. Just kind of blows my mind when games don't have basic features that would be easy for them to implement. Kind of makes me think like the developers are just developing the game. They don't really race or do this kind of stuff. Some of them anyway. Probably just hire programmers because they can program, not because they are race car enthusiasts or into the game. Because anybody with a brain would be like, yeah, we can just set up a rotation with all the correct amount of maps for the or laps for the track and just go one to the next. And okay, event. So that was Grand Oak. Next one is Hakone. And we'll do the Grand Prix circuit. I believe that'll be the whole one. Yeah. Alright. Go to the restroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. Set my tires and stuff first. My fuel, I mean. Alright. Be right back. 4 minutes. Yeah. Just in time. Okay, yeah, we can do 10-minute practices. That's fine with me. I wish there was a setting between 5 and 10. Might be best of both worlds. I just like to keep the action going. But I just run the same car for the most part, so I don't need a lot of tuning time personally. But I know sometimes people that swap cars, they want to do some laps and practice and dial it in a little better. So we can do that. Get some heat in these tires. Yeah, we'll do some Dead Bomb tonight for sure, buddy. Trying to keep between these guys. Whoop. Too wide. Get out of the rubber. Woo! A little sketchy. A good race. $1:16.5. A little off the pace. Oh, Fundamentals joined us. What's up, dude? Yeah, I saw that. I wondered if there was some network sync issue. Did we touch? It didn't show that we touched, but we were really close, I think. So maybe it was a sync issue or something. Maybe got hit. Couldn't tell. We were really close. We didn't touch. Oh, okay. It didn't look like it on my screen, but you know, sometimes when they're super close and there's network delay between. Oh, okay. It's got a little loose. Yeah, our cars were pretty similar in a way. I definitely had you on the top speed, but seemed like you could corner a little better, so good back and forth. I bumped a couple people here and there, not trying to, of course, but it's just hard to keep it to nice and tidy at all times. Yeah, it's a good one. We'll do a little more. We'll put a little more time between the races. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, if you a little shorter track with less straightaway, it would be ideal for that car. You can tell. It's pretty fast on the top end anyway. I mean, I've got no wing on the Lola, and I'm running sport tires, so I can run way more horsepower than race tires. So for you to keep up with me at all is pretty good. It's no slouch. But yeah, this car favors long straightaways, high speed corners. I think I got too much twisted and it kept getting into traction control, so probably going to dial that back a little bit. 171, yeah, I mean that's pretty good for that car. Alright, so let's do practice time 10 minutes. And let's go to the next track. It's going to be Hockenheim Ring. And we'll do the full circuit. That should be the long one. Yeah, that's the whole boot. There we go. 10 minutes. Gotcha, Lizzie. Yeah, that draft makes a big difference. I usually gear my car just a little, add just a little more gear than it actually needs for those scenarios where you get a little draft and you pick up 5 or 10 miles an hour. You're welcome, Lizzie. I think Lion wanted a longer practice too, so if I'm not mistaken. Setting up fuel and tire, and I'm gonna get me some more cold water. So I'll be AFK for just a minute, but I'll be right back. I'll send out some more invites. I haven't done it in a while, so might be some people that would like to join. That don't realize we're still going. Lost my place. Alright, all invites are out. I'll be right back. All right. All right. Fuel and tire. I think we already did fuel and tire. Yeah. 142. Oh yeah, I was gonna change the. It's gonna change. It's rotating too much, so. Twisting a little too much. Over rotating. There we go. Ooh. Oh, allergies acting up today. Itching like crazy. Took half a Benadryl a minute ago and it should help. Take much more than that and it'll make me really sleepy. Says we can run a 142. I think we were running 145. Ooh. Yeah, so I was just looking at that like, oh boy. Couple people using Roberto's tune and Bibblefish. Bibblefish, Biblefish. I always tease that guy when I see him on the track. I'm like, Bible's got one B, right? I mean, Bible, right? It's got two B's in his. 3 total. Old tire breaking a little early. No problem. Not sure who that was, but sorry about that. I was trying to straighten you back up, but couldn't do it. Shifter didn't shift down to first. I got an off track? For what? I was on the track. the gear. I think taking some of the rotation out of the rear end was a good move. Staying out of traction control a lot more. Good race, guys. Poor Mark, I ran into him and then somebody else ran into him. A rough race for you, bud. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had a wildly different angle than he was taking, and he come across the front of me, and I ran right into him. Different lines converged at the same time. That's what happens sometimes. I'm 39 lap out of Doomings, and he's flying. Striker and Lion too, really fast. Rest of us are a little bit closer. I was a slowpoke. Yeah, 3 wide on a hairpin's always kind of difficult. I run the radar so I can see where everybody is when they're out of the view. But sometimes even that won't save you, you know. It helps a lot with threading a needle, so to speak, but yeah, it's a fun race though. Not sure what track's next. Find out in just a second. Nürburgring, yeah. It's going alphabetically, so it might be coming up pretty soon. We hadn't done it yet today. Alright, let me get the next track. Looks like Homestead, Miami. And we'll do the road circuit. So it's the infield. A little bit of the outfield. Let's see, time. Yep, 10-minute practice. It's gonna be sunny. Miami. I got 12 of us here now. That's good. Big field. Hey Zeddy, welcome. What's that? What's that? oversteering a little bit there. A little agricultural racing. Yikes. Uh-oh. You on PC, Doomings? If so, I would just do the Alt F4 and just reload the game and rejoin. Got your sunglasses, Lizzie? Yeah. Good idea. Oh, yeah. I'll try something different here. Just wonder. That rear diff might be messing me up. Whoop! Sorry. Strong finish. Turn this fan up a little bit. It's getting warm in here. A little bit of fan noise. Oh. Those sunglasses on. Can see a damn thing.
Alright, y'all give me a 2-second time to pussy.
traction control so bad it just bogged the engine down. Need to be smoother. Oh no, I watched damper go off and followed him.
Guess we went in the same place, Melon.
Yeah, it looked like you were having fun, so I thought I'd join you. Like, why not? Golly. I think I'm getting too tired to race. Been at it for a while, yeah, about 3 hours. I think I've been racing too long. I'm starting to make a lot of mistakes. Getting tired. Right at the 3 hour mark of streaming, that's usually where I start falling apart. Doesn't help that it's very warm in here. Put me to sleep. Fishtailing. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break here, I think. I think I'm gonna end the stream here in a few minutes. I'm just making a lot of mistakes at this point. Too tired. That was fun though. Appreciate you guys coming out. Guys and gals. Sorry, Lizzie. I don't forget about you. I just say guys, kind of generally speaking. Lizzie, I think you had the right idea to bring the sunglasses. I kind of wish I did. I think that second lap where it was just a flashlight in my face. I couldn't see a damn thing. I was hiding behind Dooming's car to let him block the sunlight. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'll save the track where we are, and then if I come back online to host another race, we'll pick up where we left off, because that way we just kind of keep the momentum going. Let's see. I'll put us into the next track just in case some people want to continue on without me. It'll probably make somebody else the leader. I'm not sure how that works exactly. Glasses did help. Yeah, I should have done that. Totally. You said that, and I was like, "Where's my sunglasses?" Well, my Jeep's in the shop still. Has been for 3 months, and that's where my sunglasses are. So I was like, "Oh man." So that's a good idea. Smart on your part, because I totally didn't even think about that until you said something. That first or second lap was really bad. I was literally like driving like this, trying to duck behind the other cars and get that block. That's funny. Let's see. So the next track is Indy. Be the infield Grand Prix circuit. So let me save the setup there, then I'll know that's where we left off. Alright. And then I'll go ahead and load it in case people want to continue on. Alrighty. Well, appreciate y'all coming out. Good times. Good, real good practice. My office cooled off some. It's like 84 degrees Fahrenheit in here. That just makes me sleepy. Too warm. Oh, I don't think I'll end the stream there. I'll be back later today. I think we'll probably play some Dirty Bomb tonight for sure. And probably do some more racing as well at some point. Not sure when yet. Yeah, nobody on the Dirty Bomb circuit right now, so that usually kicks off around 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time. Tennessee is where I'm at. GG's. I'll see y'all next time.